Yo, what's going on, everybody? Got another video coming at you. We're going to be all over the place today, but we're going to talk about specifically the violence that comes from the left. And you know who I'm talking about. The Black Lives Matters, the Antifas, the snowflakes, the ones that post, little sentimental shit on Facebook, the pro-blacks. You know who I'm talking about. I don't got to say no more. Now, yesterday I did a video and it was about Black Lives Matter. I should have put Antifa on there too, but it was about Black Lives Matter being equivalent to the Ku Klux Klan, which I am not taking back for nobody. All right, I'm not taking it back. Now, people are commenting and saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be blaming the left for all the violence, or you're not talking about the violence on the right." Well, here's a fucking example. Yesterday, in downtown Portland, there was a man who was rallying for Trump. Allegedly, he had on a Blue Lives Matter t-shirt, but it was reported that he was rallying for Trump. He was in that caravan, that Trump caravan. You dig what I'm saying? He got shot and killed yesterday by somebody from the opposing side. And like I said, we all know who they are, the Antifas, the BLMs, or whatever have you. Then, the other day, we had a guy, Kyle Rittenfield, I forget his last name, I think that's his last name. We're just going to call him Kyle. He was protecting a business. Apparently it was from a friend. He was doing a favor for a friend, and he was protecting a business. There's a video on that as well. You can watch this dude be attacked by a group of people, and y'all wonder why he had to go John Wick on them? Y'all trying to figure that out? Watch the video. There's also a video of the last one I was just talking about, the one in Portland that happened last night. There's a video on that. He's guy walking down the street, literally minding his business. And the guy says, he mumbled something. I couldn't really hear him. But apparently he said, "We have another one." And the guy turns around and shoot him. You guys watch the video and you can listen for yourself to see if that's what they said. I couldn't make out what he said. But if you hear that, drop it in the comments. Oh, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. But let's move on. People talk about how the right have, their extreme groups, and they would like people to call them out. And I'm not denying that the right have their extreme groups too. But where's all the chaos and the violence coming from? Where's all the chaos and all the violence coming from? It's coming from the left. It's coming from that side of the fence. And here's all the evidence that you need. I mean, we had the incident in Chaz. We had the incident in Portland. We had the incidents in Chicago. We had the incidents in ATL. We had the incidents in New York. We had the incidents in Baltimore. We had the incident in Washington the other night. I mean, and this is all coming from the left. Now, if you have any incidents of the right being extremists and doing some extreme things, cool. We could say Kyle was one of those people. He might have went too far, but that's not even the debate. The debate is whether or not he was justified in shooting those 3 people that he shot. And yes, he was. If you go watch the video, every time he tried to retreat, they attacked him. They came after him. The first person he shot came after him, and the next 2 people he shot also came after him. One tried to hit him in his head with a skateboard, and the other one had an actual gun in his hand, and he shot him in the elbow. So, I mean, if we're going to talk about the violence, let's talk about the violence. I mean, it's all coming from one side. I don't see any extremists on the right going to the Democratic National Convention, doing protests and trying to attack the people that's coming out of the convention. You don't see that from the right. You see all that coming from the left. And to be honest, y'all people are just making it easy for Trump to win. It's like y'all say y'all don't want Trump in office, but y'all making it easier for him to win by doing the shit that y'all do, which is true. Look at the polls. Look at the views on the RNC, and look at the views on the DNC. I mean, look at the views dropping on the NBA because they got Black Lives Matter in big ass letters on the motherfucking floor. I mean, this is not even up for debate no more. It's probably going to be a landslide. This is why you see the Democrats trying to use mail-in ballots, so to do votes How is it? This is what I don't understand. All these people are allowed to riot. All these people are allowed to go out and commit looting, murder, and protests and running up on people's houses while they sleep. Everybody's allowed to do that in a closed in space, but you're not allowed to vote because of coronavirus. You're not allowed to go to school because of coronavirus. You're not allowed to go to restaurants. I mean, you got everything closed down, and they don't even know when they're gonna open it back up. Then Trump is trying to give people they stimulus checks. My bad for moving the camera. They trying to give people stimulus checks, and they holding them back because they want to bail out the people in the Democratic states. So I mean, if we're gonna be honest here, like who is really the problem? Is Trump the problem? Because I mean, if you could give me something that he's doing wrong, drop it in the comments below. Drop him in the comments below. I mean, what time, man? I mean, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the outrage over what's going on. I mean, you literally have video footage of everything that's been going on in the last couple weeks, and people are still defending the wrong side, still defending the wrong people. I'm not saying you got to be a Democrat. I'm not saying you got to be a Republican, but at least look at things from an objective perspective, not an emotional one. And y'all coming from an emotional place, and you're making yourself look crazy. You look crazy when you defending a person who was at a woman's house trying to put his hands on her and sexually assaulting her and trying to steal her car. Like, you look crazy when you defending people who put a gun to a pregnant woman's belly and who tried to use a fake $20 bill to make a purchase at a store. You look crazy defending people like this. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what else can we talk about? The other day, Don Lemon, I mean, he gets on camera and he admits that most black people don't even want to defund the police. Since we're talking about defunding the police, since we're on the subject, most black people, they did a poll, and most black people came back and said they don't want the police to be defunded. They don't want that because most of the crime is in the black communities. That's where most of the crime is. So if we're going to have this conversation, let's have an honest one. We all know that most of the crime is in the black communities. I mean, where I'm staying right now, I mean, I stay in the most rural area that's one of the most rural areas in North Carolina, and there's a hood right up the street, and it's populated by majority black people, and it don't even look that bad, to be honest, but they call it the projects. And they say, and I've heard things go down over there. I don't, I don't live over there, but I've heard things go down over there, and it's like, it's mind-boggling. Like, you can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere in poor neighborhoods. Nowhere. I'm not saying it's just black neighborhoods, but I'm saying majority of the black neighborhoods are poor. And poor communities create crime, creates a criminal element in the neighborhood. So, I mean, this is not even up for debate. It's not. But Don Lemon says himself, and Don Lemon is a CNN reporter or a CNN journalist or whatever the fuck, and he admits on live TV he's a BLM supporter. He's a pro-black, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, anti-Trump. So, you know what I'm saying? He's all that. And he admits on live TV, polls come back and say that majority black people don't want the police to be defunded. They actually want more police. That came out of his mouth. I'll drop the link to that below as well. So, I mean, my whole point is that I got a comment yesterday from the Reddit, from people from the Reddit community and people from the YouTube community saying that, the left does things too. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure. But we don't hear about them as much as we hear about the... See, that should be CNN job. And MSNBC and NBC and all those anti-Trump organizations. There's only one organization that talk good about Trump. This is how fake news runs. Y'all want to talk about fake news? I remember people used to never listen to the news. Now y'all got news talking points from a whole group of people, a whole organization on this side and one organization on this side. The ones that gang up and have the same views, they all anti-Trump supporter. That's CNN, NBC, MSNBC, all that. Fox News is the only, I mean, they talk bad about Trump sometimes too. They don't agree with everything, Trump say, but for the most part, there's more people over there that support Trump than it is on this side, which is CNN, the left, MSNBC, the left, NBC, the left, all those guys over there. But anyway, my whole point is, I know that there's bad on both sides, but which side have we been hearing about these riots? Which side have we been hearing about these riots? You can talk about Kyle Rittenhouse and you can argue, hey, he wasn't supposed to be there, or hey, why was he there protecting them? It's kind of funny, blah, blah, blah. But whatever the case may be, they tried to attack him. So he was definitely in the right. So I mean, this is all I have to say, man. I don't really need to say anymore. This video was strictly about, the left being just the people that's causing the chaos in this country right now is everybody on the left. Everybody on the left. Everything that they're saying that the right would do, the left is doing right now. And you know who I'm talking about, the BLMs, the Black Lives Matters. We ain't got to say too much. But anyway, that's all I got time for today. I'll be dropping another video here in a couple hours probably, because I'm always thinking about something. So like, share, subscribe. If you on Facebook, share. Give me your thoughts. Let's debate. Why don't y'all debate no more? Everybody like to talk that shit on Facebook and, do little posts. Why don't nobody, want to have a discussion face to face so we can talk about these things? It's up to y'all though, man. But like I said, that's all I got time for. Peace.